Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I'm AC and today I'm going to walk you through the 2023 Winnebago Revel. It's actually one of my favorite vans. I really like to do videos on these for a couple of reasons. One, it's perfect time of year for it. You know, it's 100 degrees down here. If you go up into the mountains, you're going to drop your temperature, going to get a little cooler, kind of get away from the everyday traffic and everything else that goes along with it. So I love the Revel. Can take you a lot of places most other vans cannot. We're going to start up front here. This is on the Sprinter chassis. So this is a 1 ton, or actually 3/4 ton, 2500 chassis. 3-liter V6 turbo diesel. So 188 horsepower, 325 pound-feet of torque to get you through the mountains. 24 gallons of fuel capacity. This one has been upgraded. The wheels have been upgraded to our aluminum method wheels and our BF Goodrich KO2 tires, which again are awesome for all-terrain travel. We've got our fixed running board here with the leash tie downs on both sides, also a couple lights. We have a porch light up top. So you can see we have the awning out with LED lights, so it's perfect for a day like today. I'm going to just open this door to show a couple of things real quick. Let me turn on this porch light for you. We've got our screen, roll-lift screen here, so you can let fresh air circulate. Today's not quite 100 degrees, so you might not need the air conditioner. You can just set up both screens and open the doors, let some fresh air circulate, run your max fan for a little bit and it'll cool you down. When it's time for lunch, this is equipped with an induction cooktop that is removable, so you can plug it in right here if you'd like. You can also cook outside under the awning, so you're not heating up the van when you're cooking. This is a really nice feature, kind of gets you outside. I love being outside. Just kind of makes it feel like I'm not at work right now because I love being outside. So you're going to have your 12-volt refrigerator, which is easy accessible from the outside here, so you can easily get to it, load it up, get your drinks, your groceries in there. We'll come back to that a little bit more after a little bit. As we work our way back, this is going to be your van exhaust. There's no generator on board. This is all electric. You got a 320 amp hour battery, which runs your air conditioning, your lights, everything in the van. So that is your exhaust for the van itself. This is actually a 2023 chassis. There's still a few out there that have 22 chassis, but this is a 23 Winnebago on a 23 chassis. So you have all the new features there. Back here, I like to point out that this is just a ladder carrier. This is not where you climb on the ladder. This does lock because there are people out there that'll steal your ladder if you don't lock it. So I always suggest locking it. You can see it's got a couple little rings around it from dust, but if you climb on it, you will put dents in your door. You're gonna have to pay to get that repaired. So please pay attention. This actually goes on the side. You can put it anywhere on the side of the ladder there, or the luggage rack. Then it'll sit and rest on this hard plastic. I'm gonna climb up there and kind of show you what the roof looks like. All right, so up here you're gonna see the Coleman Mach Q rooftop air conditioner that does run off of that battery. You're gonna have 2 solar panels up here, your max fan. So not a ton of room up here for extra luggage. You can put a couple duffel bags on the side of the max fan and maybe up front. I get a lot of questions about, can I fit a luggage, bikes up there? Can I add additional stuff up on the roof? And really, there's not a ton of room. It's also important to get up there and clean off those solar panels. You got 200 watts of solar up there. So you want to make sure that you're cleaning those periodically. so that you get the maximum voltage out of there. So again, they are 200 watts total. That'll help your battery charge, keep charging while you're going down the road or while you're camped. Back here, a couple things to point out. Again, you have your roll lift screen back here with blackout shade when it's time to go to bed, and also your screen so when it's time to let some fresh air in. Right here, you're going to have your water bay, outdoor shower, hot and cold water. All your valves are color coded, so it's really easy when it's time to sanitize, winterize, fill your tank, or just hook up to city water. This right here is where you would hook up your hose for the city water. So again, super easy, a water pump switch right there. This button is going to turn on the light on the driver's side, which I'll show you here in a minute. As you can see under here, you got just a couple nets here for some additional storage. You've got a nice size cubby under here. Here on the back panel, you're going to have your disconnect, your garage light. So this will turn on the lights under the bed. You're going to have a couple 12-volt outlets down here as well. And you're going to have an external solar panel port. So if you want more than the 200 watts, you can carry an external one, a portable one, and just plug it in there and set it up outside. We also have 6 tie-down rings down here on the floor, so if you want to strap down some gear. I'll go ahead and show you while we're back here a couple things here. So this is your Lithionics battery. This is a 320 amp hour battery. There's a blue light that you'll be able to see here in a second. There you go. That little blue light back there. Right now it's solid, which means it's charged. If it's blinking, it's got a slow blink, a fast blink. So those blinking lights mean different things. So you really want to pay attention. If you come in and it's not working, it's probably because it needs to warm up. Maybe you left the lights on, so really kind of pay attention to that. You're going to have your breaker right there, your Xantrax 2000 watt inverter, a couple of fuses here, breakers, and then this is your Balmar. It does have an additional Balmar alternator under the hood, which also charges your Lithionics battery. So this is a solenoid that kind of works back and forth to transfer the power to that to charge your battery for you. When you're putting your cover back on, I see this all the time. There's a little notch down here, so you want to make sure that catches on this bottom panel. If you don't, then it'll just fall off and cause some scratches. Once it's sitting there, it rests nicely, and then you just turn your dials there. Also under the bed, you can see we have a little net pouch and then a bag for additional storage. Again, they're trying to give you as much storage as they can in a small van. This is 19.7 front to back. Back here, we're going to have our backup camera up top. We're going to have our tow hitch back here. This is going to have 5,000 pound carrying capacity with 500 pound tongue weight capacity. On this side is your 7-pin connector. As we move around the driver's side, you can see I turned on that scene light, which is back there on the water bay. We've got 30 amp shore power here, so it does come with the 30 amp cable that you can plug in if you're at an RV campsite. You can also downsize and do an adapter for 15 amps and plug in at home. Here we're going to have our 5-gallon cassette. So you have 21 gallons of fresh water, 21 gallons of gray, and then you have a 5-gallon cassette. That's pretty handy, easy to use. Just take it out, dump it into the sewer, or you can dump it into a porta potty. Down here is your gray tank. It's where you'd hook up your hose to go to the gray tank, pull the valve. And again, you got 21 gallons of gray. This is equipped with dual pane acrylic windows, which I'll show you again from the inside. Because it is a Mercedes diesel, this is going to be a diesel, right? This is a Sprinter, so all the Sprinters are going to be diesel. This is where you fuel. It's kind of nice that when the door's closed, again, you can't access it, so nobody can steal your fuel. Under your seat, you're going to have some fuses. So if at any point something's not working properly, make sure you always check your fuses and your breakers first. This seat's equipped with lumbar. This will lift the back up. This will lift the front of the seat up. So you can really get comfortable, adjust it the way you like it. There's also a dial back here for the backrest. We've got power door locks, power windows, power mirrors. On this side you have all of your lights, your fog lights. Right here is your hood latch release, kind of hidden on the side there. All right, under the hood, you can see we got plenty of room. Again, this is a 3-liter V6. A couple important things to point out. If you need to give somebody a jump start or you need one yourself, this is your positive terminal connection right here for a jump start, and your ground is right here on the right. You also have your wiper fluid, your coolant, and your DEF fluid. The DEF fluid is not by the fuel tank, so you always have to pop the hood to get to that. But really easy access to everything. It's really nice and clean. Again, 188 horsepower, 325 pound-feet of torque. This piece here actually serves as a step. If you need to climb up there to clean your windshield, need a little more reach, you can climb up there. You can see we have our camera right here on the front, right below the Mercedes emblem. This has adaptive cruise control. It's got active lane keep assist. It's got braking assist, traffic sign assist, all the safety features. So it's really a nice van to have. You can feel comfortable when you have your kids with you or your pets. I'm gonna go ahead and swivel this seat. I always recommend when you first if you get a new RV, always play with the seats as far as swiveling them from the outside. It's a lot easier, saves you a headache trying to make sure the backrest is up high enough so it clears the side here. So a couple things to point out on the seat here. This lever here allows you to go back or forward. This one here will swivel the seat. And then this right here just kind of gives you a little more leg support, so you can extend that as needed. We're going to have our fire extinguisher right below the seat. Kind of hidden behind the roll left screen is a solid ram mount grab bar to help you in and out of the van. As you can see over the cab here, we've got an LED light. We have a storage compartment up here. This van is equipped with the Luno air mattress for the front. So if you have a guest coming with you or you have a kiddo who's going to be spending the night, you turn the seats around and that air mattress fills up both seats, and it also fills the center piece there. So it gives you a nice a way to get additional sleeping in the van. All right, another important thing here is in this top compartment here, right over your extra seating and your table, you're going to have roof access port. So if you want to add a cradle point, a Starlink, you don't have to drill additional holes. There's already one set for you. You're going to have some standard outlets, 12 volt or USB and a 12 volt. This table is removable. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Before I do that, there's a nice cubby under here. Again, they're going to give you as much storage as they can in this small van. All right. Your table will disassemble into 2 pieces, your base and the tabletop. You can actually store all this up top. Now, once you have that out of the way, there's an additional storage compartment under your seat, which gives you access to your counter extension. It's got what they call a slam latch. Just slam it into place there. It locks in nice. Gives you additional counter and prep space. Also behind the seat here is another cubby. You do have 2 seat belts. You have one 3-point, and then you'll have one lap belt. It's kind of hidden under here. So you do have 2 seat belts, so you could carry 2 passengers with you. Up here on the main display, we're going to have our bed lift. So this is a power bed lift for the back. Going to go ahead and lower the bed. This is a 49 by 79 bed. Let me turn on the lights. I'm also going to turn on the air conditioner. So again, because this is all running off of your battery, somebody had it set at 33 degrees. That's not going to manage your battery power very well. So you want to just turn it up enough, 68, 69. Let that run in a minute. So we've got our bed lift. We've got our furnace and hot water heater here. This is diesel fueled, so this will run off the diesel in your tanks. You're going to have your one-place monitor here, so you can see our tanks are empty. Battery levels are 12.8 and 12.6. You have a water pump on and off button right here. Your Xantrax controller is right there, which is also showing that it's charging at the moment. And then your solar charge controller and a disconnect for the solar charge controller. So if you're storing this indoors over the winter, you want to shut this off so that there's no parasitic draw to your batteries. Here in the shower, a couple things to point out. You do get 2 shelves, so you can use this as a closet if needed. Your toilet is under here. Also a nice spot for your toilet paper and also shampoo up on this wall here. As I mentioned earlier, it does come equipped with the 30 amp shore cord. You also get a shower curtain and a shower hose. You get a sewer hose, outdoor shower hose for the rear, and then your lug nut wrench. You can hang clothes up in here. There's a little towel clip here, so you can hang a towel up here if you need to. Some people do use this just as a closet. Some people use it for both. To lock it, you just turn this. I will say that when you go to open it, it feels like it's locked. You just give it a tug, because there's a couple of magnets on the bottom and up top to kind of keep it from rattling too much. All right, let me grab this out of the way. I'll let you show the bed. So again, the bed is 49 by 79. I'm gonna put away this counter extension. Now you can stop the bed in any position on the way up. And you can actually sleep on it in any position. The problem is then you lose the optimal length. Again, it's 79 in length to the bottom of those bump outs, the window bump outs. So you can see right here we have a RAM mount track right here, so you can mount accessories. You can put an iPad holder, a phone holder. I do want to show under here that on the driver's side you do have a window, and you have a day screen and a night screen. You also have a couple reading lights. Now you can lock this completely shut, or you can lock it in the center. That'll allow a little ventilation to come through and keep people from getting into the van. Okay. Here in the kitchen, we're gonna have a couple things. We're gonna have our pantry. Again, this is only 19 foot 7 inches in length, but you get quite a bit of storage considering. That's your max fan remote. Comes with a couple screws so you can mount it where you would like it, so you don't lose it. A couple drawers. And your induction cooktop is right here. Again, this will come out, sit up here on the counter, sit outside on the table so that you can cook either indoors or out. Do you have a stainless steel sink? This button here, it's not a garbage disposal, but you can turn that on to help your water drain a little quicker. And you're gonna have storage right over the sink as well. Now in the cab area, so I kind of showed you how to swivel your seats around again. This is going to allow you to swivel. This will allow you to move forward. Over here on the parking brake, something important. I'm going to go ahead and fire this up. So you can see the awning is coming in. So because I started the van, the awning automatically came in so that you're not driving down the road looking like a fool with your awning out. You do a really good job of helping protect us that sometimes don't pay attention to things. So on the park brake, it's important to note that right now it is set. So you can see on the dash here that it shows the park brake is engaged. If I push the pedal down without lifting up, just go straight down, it stays engaged, but it gets out of the way so I can swivel my seats around. To disengage it, I got to go up and then back down. Again, you're going to lift up, push the button, and go down. Here on the dash, because I have the side door open, it'll highlight it in red so that you know the door's open. Couple quick features here on the steering wheel. You're going to have 2 mouse pads. The right side is going to operate your MBUX system here, so you can go through your stereo, you can go to the home screen. It does have navigation. Everybody always wants to know if they can run your iPhone, so you go into apps, smartphone, and it does have Apple CarPlay. Here on the steering wheel, on the right side, again, you can always go back a screen, hit the home button, take you back to the main screen. If you do not like some of the settings on here, so your lane keep assist, you can actually shut it off. As you can see, lane keep assist is now off. Your park assist. There's a lot of settings on this that I won't go through the whole screen, only because that could be a whole nother video, and there's plenty of videos out there on just this system. So if you have any questions on it, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text or an email. I can do a FaceTime with you if needed. The left side of your steering wheel, here is your adaptive cruise. Now you can see we have the icon up there, and then this right here will allow you to adjust how many car lengths you want to stay behind the vehicle in front of you. So hopefully you're not just doing one, do a couple at least, give yourself a little bit of room. Again, it does have active braking, so be careful with that. Set your normal cruise. You can do normal cruise, adaptive cruise. Always go back to home, takes you to the main screen. Here on this side, you can make phone calls. Once you have your phone Bluetooth in, you can make phone calls over here, adjust your volume. Your shifter is right here. So you push it on the end to put it in park, go down for drive, up for reverse, down 1 for neutral, and then back to park. Pretty simple. Your fuel gauge is right here. It actually lights up. I've had people that run out because they're not paying attention. So right now we're almost full. We have 1 bar off. So pay attention to that. Make sure you have fuel before you get going. Other than that, it's pretty simple. There's not a lot to it other than you got a bunch of cup holders up here. I do not want to forget to show you this. So you do have a wireless charging pad here and a couple USB Type-C chargers, and also one that'll connect to your stereo. You also have a 12-volt outlet. Okay, so you can set your phone in there, plug it in, close that, it's out of the way. Again, this is a 2023 Winnebago Revel. It is available, so if you have questions on it, any pricing questions, I get a lot of comments about pricing. we prefer to have you call in so we can give you our best price. Prices change. Our videos stay online for, I have some that have been out there for a couple of years now, so the pricing does change from time to time. So feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text or an email. Si hablo español, me pueden hablar al 720-276-4241. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week.